and I eventually succeeded. My name is Crystal Weber. I am the CEO, founder of Crystal Clear ESL. You might know me if you're looking at this from one of our communities, but welcome if you are joining us after the fact. Even after the fact, Jan and I are both available to answer any questions. So let me start with a little bit about the journey and why we are doing this demo today. Basically, since I founded Crystal Clear ESL, which is a digital curriculum company, I've had the goal of incorporating that curriculum into an all-in-one teaching app or community where online independent teachers, just like myself, can visit one place to do all of their business operations. So virtual classroom, payments and invoicing, payroll, teacher and student management, like everything that is required for business operations happening in one place. And it's been a slog, I will tell you that. It has been difficult to figure out, especially for somebody who's non-techie like me. I'm an educator, not a tech person. And recently, I happened upon a startup virtual classroom company called Funclass, and I was floored. I stopped and I said to my husband, who was with me at the time, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. And Jan might remember in my first ever message to her, I said, I think you're just what I've been looking for all these years. And I was very lucky to find out that indeed Crystal Clear was what they were looking for too. So we've got partnership together now, and we've got so many balls in motion to really achieve our shared vision. And I'm so excited for the first time to be bringing and sharing it with all of you. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce you to the CEO of Funclass, a brand new, really revolutionary gamified virtual classroom. Welcome, Jan.
Thank you so much, Crystal. And hello, everyone. My name's Jan. I'm the CEO of Funclass. And for my background, I'm also an online tutor for 8 years. So I teach mainly English literature to Chinese primary and secondary school students. And 2 years ago, I was really fed up with Zoom, which is not built for online learning at all. I couldn't engage my students very well, and I have to juggle between so many different platforms for my online tutoring. So at that moment, it occurred to me, well, I need a new tool. So I ventured out to look for some other alternatives. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything that catered to my needs. That something is more gamified, more interactive, more interesting, more fun for children. Yeah, I couldn't find one. So that's the moment when I decided to create Funclass by myself. So that is a very exciting journey so far. We've launched the Funclass last year in June. And right now we've got around more than 100 tutors and thousands of students on the platform. So that's been a really, really revolutionary journey for myself as well, to see how Funclass really changed the tutor's life and also provide a much more engaging and fun learning experience for the students. Yeah, so that is my background, and today I'm very excited to introduce this tool to all of you here.
Perfect. Well done, Jan. I noticed we already have 4 people who are viewing, so it's a little complex. We're streaming through StreamYard. And I believe the easiest way, if you have questions or comments or congratulations, is to post in the comments of this thread. So I will be checking back periodically to see if any questions come up in the thread within the link I've posted to Crystal Clear ESL teacher community. So I want to dive straight in with Jan. We've just learned how Funclass got started, but I also want to know more about the research that you've done. So I know that you have spent years even conducting teacher interviews to find out, if there was agreement. I know you and I as educators and online tutors know what we wanted, but what did you find out that other teachers wanted, or what were their challenges, Jan?
Sorry, I think, Crystal, there was some internet glitch, and I couldn't hear what you said in the last 1 minute, something like that.
Oh,
Could you
no.
repeat the
Okay.
question? Sorry about that.
Absolutely, no problem. I was just going to say that I know that, we both know what we want in a virtual classroom as educators ourselves, but I also know that
Yeah.
you did a lot of research over the years into what
Yeah,
the
exactly.
wider teaching population wants. So what did you hear from them? What are their challenges?
Yeah, great question. So, like myself, I've interviewed a lot of online tutors, and well, without surprise, the biggest challenge they encountered when it comes to online tutoring is lack of student engagement. Because, again, most students and teachers are currently using Zoom, which is mainly built for corporate business, right? So it's not
Right.
optimal for learning. So that's why I find it very difficult and challenging to really catch the students' attention during online sessions. Usually it can be 1 hour, and my students are quite young. Sometimes they can be 8 years old. So it's really difficult just to sit in front of a computer without doing anything interactive with the teacher. So that is the biggest challenge I've found through interviewing teachers and also from my own first-hand experience as an online tutor. And the second challenge is that as an online tutor, usually a lot of people like me, yeah, we have to navigate around so many different platforms. So for example, we might use Zoom to teach, and we use Google Classroom to assign homework, and then we use WeChat or email to message the parents, and we might use like a Google storage to upload recording or other materials, etc. So many different platforms I was juggling. So that is the second problem I had before I created the Funclass. So I would say, yeah, these are the two main challenges I have encountered, and I've seen a lot of other tutors share the same problem. And I would encourage everyone who is watching this stream now to leave your comment. What is your biggest challenge when it comes to online tutoring?
Oh, great one. Yeah, we would still love to hear. It's definitely like a ongoing development in terms of wanting to listen to the evolving needs of our communities and adapt, because it's not kind of like a stable situation, especially when it comes to technology. There are always advancements. So let us know what works. In fact, I do have a comment from our beloved teacher, Kinga. Hi, Kinga, who is interested in knowing if we're looking at an invoicing feature on Funclass. But let's keep that for when we talk about our sneak peek of future developments at the end of this live, okay? So the next thing I want to know is what makes Funclass different. So kind of a combined question, like how are the competitors that you mentioned, the conferencing, business-related softwares failing, and what is Funclass doing differently?
Yeah, so I would say there are mainly two biggest differentiators of Funclass from any other competitors outside of the market. So number one is gamified virtual classroom. So as we are particularly targeting younger students at the moment, which I mean 6 to 12 years old, currently, I don't think there is a very ideal tool that caters to this age. I know Koala Go might be a very popular virtual classroom that many tutors are using, right? Especially for the code browser feature. But personally, I find it a little bit impractical because when it comes to a slightly older students, the virtual world they have, which is called Playground, might not be so useful. Yeah, because I already have all of my slides ready, so I won't use that Playground to engage my students. And also can be a little bit distracting when it comes to learning. So yeah, I had a thought before to use Koala Go with my students, but yeah,
I agree. I actually, I love Qualico too, but my main issue with using them has always been my lessons are 25 minutes long and I don't have lesson minutes to devote to that.
Yeah.
It's all about the learning. And I just grapple with, there are some teachers who do the learning in the playground. For me, my students, it was far too distracting. So
exactly. Yeah. And also, since my students are all in China, Koala Go has quite some technical issues when it comes to the China firewall. So that's another huge problem. Yeah, I don't want the parents to complain, hey, my child cannot hear you or whatever. So that's another reason it's not a good fit for me.
So this is something that Funclass does differently.
Exactly. So since we had the advantage to set up a proper mainland China server, which streamlined everything for our Chinese students. Yeah, so currently I'm using Funclass with every of my Chinese students, and there is no issue at all. It's very smooth, and there's no dropout. Yeah, so that's a huge win from Funclass side. But talking back to the gamified virtual classroom, I can actually share my screen so everyone can have a better idea what I mean by Funclass gamification. So here, as you see, our biggest differentiator is this all-in-one gamified online tutoring platform designed to boost the student engagement and streamline tutors' business. So here I want to first talk about how our gamification supports learning instead of distracts. So as you see in this screenshot, what might stand out to you is this very cute pet. So basically, Funclass is based on a pet development game, like similar to Tamagotchi, if anyone knows that. So basically, every student will have a pet once they join Funclass. And then they will start with an egg, okay? And the students, they have to, in order to gain the points and food, in order to hatch the egg, to evolve the pet, similar to Pokemon. So the pet will evolve into a new appearance when it reaches a certain milestone or level. So that kind of gives the student the constant motivation to go beyond, to participate in the class, etc. So that is the main feature of our gamification system. And here, I already mentioned this pet development game. Student can level up, they can earn XPs, food from the teacher in the lessons, to nurture their pet. And the second one, when it comes to the in-class tools, we also have the leaderboard. So if you are teaching group of students, that can be very handy for the students. So they will feel much more excited and motivated in learning. And the pet will also pop up once they gain the reward. So the pet serves as their learning companion in the classroom. And the third one is this gamified quiz. So as an online tutor, I love using quizzes because it's a very good way to assess students' understanding, right? And also it is fun, it's engaging for the students. But the problem before, when I created Funclass, that I used Kahoot or quizzes, but a lot of students have had internet problems. They can't access Kahoot or quizzes because they don't have VPN, etc. So yeah, it was a bummer. So we integrated our own version of gamified quizzes on Funclass. So it's kind of like a monster fighting game. The students can answer questions from the quiz in order to fight the monster. So if they get questions right, they can gain the points and then they can attack the monster. If they got it wrong, then the monster will attack the pet, vice versa. Yeah, so that's how the quiz game works, and my students love it. They find it so fun. It's not like an assessment to them anymore, right? It's more like a game. They're fighting monsters together. So that is the quiz tool.
It truly does. It is truly incorporating the gamified learning with the quizzes. And I personally love not only the usefulness of being able to use the quiz as a group, if you're teaching a group of students, but it's still available if you're teaching one-on-one because they just battle with the monster itself. And then I also love, and this is really cool for Crystal Clear ESL teachers, when you create a quiz outside the actual classroom, you can assign it or use it, bring it up in any class with any student. So if you wanted to create a quiz for the end of level 2 unit 4, you can then call on that and play the quiz in the classroom every time a student of yours reaches that level. You know, so it's really streamlining and making more efficient the teaching prep side of things too.
Exactly. And the last one, which can be very helpful for Crystal Clear ESL curriculum, is our co-browser. So anyone can use the co-browser to access any website. Yeah, as maybe some of you already are using the co-browser tool. Yeah, Funclass also provides that feature. And the good thing about our co-browser is that it can save the session. It remembers the history. So instead of starting from scratch every time you open a co-browser, it remembers your last session. So you don't have to enter the URL again and then go through all the sign up. So it's very convenient. And the second,
go ahead. Let me just touch on the co-browser, the sign-on thing. What that means is that once you enter your Crystal Clear ESL credentials, then that's what Jan is saying, that those are kept, and it just makes the process that much easier. And I will say, how do I get interactivity for my students is the number one question that comes in by our teachers at Crystal Clear ESL. So the co-browser was the main impetus for me wanting to have influence on a virtual classroom development, was because in order to get the absolute best out of our lessons, this is the technology that's needed. And unfortunately, screen sharing or giving remote control, like with Zoom or those bigger platforms, it just doesn't cut it. You know, it's not good enough. It's not embracing where technology is at for the best of online learning.
Exactly. And another very handy feature of a co-browser is the permission tool. So if you're teaching a group of students, sometimes everyone might be using the co-browser, right, which might cause issues. But for Funclass co-browser, you can actually decide which student can have access to the co-browser. So that won't disrupt your class. Yeah, so I think that's a very important feature that our co-browser has as well.
Yeah, okay. You're right. So Kimberly's asked, with co-browsing, can the student drag, drop, and click?
Of course, no problem. Yay! Yes, it's very fluid. Yeah, it's very smooth and fluent. They won't like glitch sometimes when you're dragging. It sounds like No, it doesn't like that. It's not like that.
Right.
And can one use it in Classin?
Can one use it in Classin? So actually, this is a competitor to Classin. You don't even need Classin at all. You know, all the glitchiness, the terrible customer service, the expense of Classin. If you want their professional features, you can say goodbye. Sayonara.
As far as I know, Classin doesn't have a real co-browser, right? It's kind of like a browser, but the students can not actually click on it. They still have to use the annotation tools to write on it. Right. So it's not real co-browser. Yeah, but for Funclass, students can interact on it. They can drag, drop, they can click. Yeah, no problem at all. So that is another, I would say, really, really powerful tool for the tutors to unlock any website games and a web-based curriculum. Okay, so that is the first, I would say, biggest differentiator of Funclass. We're using gamification to maximize student engagement and interaction. And the next one, I would say, the second differentiator of Funclass is this really everything in one platform. So as I mentioned before, the second challenge as an online tutor I had was that I have to juggle between so many different platforms, right? I don't need to count all the platforms. So the idea is to really just use one platform, okay? You can do everything for your tutoring, including teaching, assigning homework, collecting feedback, giving student feedback, scheduling, and payment. Yeah, so I see Kinga and Missy Hickney. Yeah, they're already asking about the payment, which is something we will have very soon, actually, because that's a very highly requested feature, especially when it comes to Chinese families, right? I know it can be very challenging to collect a payment from Chinese families. So that's why Funclass is going to release the payment system very soon for the tutors to directly collect payment from the parents.
And when Yan says very soon, she actually means it. Like, we are a team of 3, and the development side, the technical development side, always blows my mind. Like, there are updates and feature releases just that happen like that. And I just love, you know, last week, for example, there was a customer inquiry about a feature, and within literally 2 hours, the CTO Viana had like implemented a couple of quick changes, and ta-da, like there it was. So
exactly. We really, really value our user feedback and requests. So if someone requests something and we think it can be very impactful for other tutors, then we just go for it. And I see, Barbara and Kinga mentioned that for Stripe payments, it's not supported in South Africa nor in Poland. Yeah. So the idea is that, first of all, we might start with Stripe API to add on Funclass, and then later we can look into other options in order for everyone in the world to collect a payment. Yeah. So
I have a question about that, though. Maybe these two ladies can help. I understand that Stripe is not available as a teacher to sign up and receive payments in certain countries. but I thought that clients, the students or their parents, can still make a payment via Stripe because it's Visa, it's MasterCard, it's Alipay, it's, whatever. They have limitless payment gateway connection. So maybe you can give a few more details about what you mean, Barbara or Kinga. Is it that you can't get a Stripe account as a teacher, or that your students are not able to pay you?
Yeah, and also I see Barbara asking if there is a service fee charged for collecting the fee. So it really depends on the payment API we're using. So if they charge a fee, then it will apply to Funclass as well. So the fee is not paying Funclass, but paying the API we're using. But anyways, we will definitely look for the most cost-effective way in order to provide the payment system. Okay, so just to continue the features on Funclass, how it really includes everything in one place. So the first one, as I mentioned, is the calendar and the scheduling. So on Funclass, scheduling lessons is really a breeze. You can just create a lesson, a course, and then select the recurrence, and then it will automatically pop up on your calendar. Yeah, so you don't need to create every single lesson one by one repeatedly. So it's just one click, and then you can create all of the recurring lessons on your calendar. And in the future, we will also integrate with Google Calendar. So it will be synced with your Google Calendar. And the next one is the homework assignment. So again, as an online tutor, I used to send the homework through WeChat to parents, but the problem is that sometimes it might expire, right? So the parents might ask again, or they want to look for the history of homework, but since there are so many chats, they can no longer find it. So yeah, it was really annoying. So on Funclass, it's really easy to assign homework. You can attach any files like MP3, MP4, PDF, whatever documents you want to send to the students. You can do it on Funclass, and the students can directly download and upload their homework on Funclass, and then you can grade it, you can leave feedback, you can give them rewards for their homework. So I have some students who are now asking for homework because of this reward system. They want to hatch their pet, they want to grow their pet faster, so they're actually asking for homework, which is something I wasn't expecting, but that's definitely a huge achievement after using Funclass. And the next one is the student learning report. So this comes really, really handy to show the parents the students' learning progress, because Funclass tracks all of the lesson data, including the student talk time, webcam time, messages, emojis, raise hand, activity score, etc. So it's very straightforward to share with the parents, hey, this is how your child is doing in the last few weeks, right? Because you have that data accessible just by your hand. Yeah, so it's very easy to show the students' learning progress as well. And lastly, we also have the feedback collection and the feedback sharing function on Funclass. So as an online tutor, I have to send parents student feedback all the time. Again, when you send through chat, it can be lost very easily, right? But on Funclass, everything is kept cleanly. You can directly send student feedback. So it's kind of like a star rating, and then you can add several sentences of feedback, and the parents can see that directly on their account. They will also receive notification that the teacher will leave them a feedback. So that comes very easy to collect the student feedback and share your feedback with the parents. And with the student feedback, sometimes you can actually use it as your marketing material, right? So it's like a screenshot of the student's feedback. They love your lesson, so you can directly share it on your social media to attract more students. So that is another differentiator of Funclass. We are not just a virtual classroom. As Crystal mentioned in the beginning, we really want to become everything in one place. So tutors don't need to use so many different platforms, because that costs you a lot as well, right, for each platform.
Exactly. Okay. So I think all of that kind of, summarizes why Funclass is a perfect platform for independent tutors. But I want to just touch briefly, Jan, on how it's gone the last 4 months. We launched in the summer or the beginning of the summer, and what's the response been?
So for that, I want to start with my own story as an online tutor using Funclass. So actually, I would say this is a life change of my tutoring experience, my quietest students are raising up their hands in the lesson. That's just like a miracle to me. And before, when I was using Volve or Zoom, the students are always very quiet when I ask a question. But right now, they are kind of competing to answer questions. So that is definitely something really amazing to me. And Funclass also helps me to get a lot of new students. So here, just to give everyone an example, there is a student, the parent was very interested in signing up her child to my class, but the child had kind of some very bad experience during the COVID for her online learning experience. So she didn't want to attend the online classes with me. And then the parents show the pet development game that Funclass uses to the child. And the child looks at it and she says, oh, that looks interesting. I can give a try. And then the child signed up a trial lesson with me, and she was so happy throughout the lesson when she gained the rewards and she hatched her egg in the first lesson. And then that's how I converted this child to my client now. Yeah, so that's how Funclass can also help tutors gaining new students. So imagine if I wasn't using Zoom, I wouldn't even have a chance to have a lesson with her, right? So that is how Funclass can help you get new students as well. And apart from myself, I've also collected, this is a screenshot with my students, my Chinese students. As you see, this is the Funclass gamified quiz. The students are fighting the monster by answering the quiz questions. You can directly see which student chose which answer. So it's very straightforward for the tutor to know. And this is like the interactive whiteboard, so the students can also directly draw on it. Like we're learning a Greek mythology, so they were drawing some Greek monsters. And here, this is some of my students' feedback of using Funclass. So this isn't a direct screenshot of Funclass. That's what I mean by student feedback. You can directly screenshot it and then share it on your social media as your client testimonial. So my students saying Funclass is so much better than Zoom. It makes me more motivated. I love taking care of my virtual pet and earning points in lessons. It feels like I'm playing a game while I'm learning, and I can't wait to see how my pet grows. And the student also said, I earned so many points today. I hatched my egg. Funclass is great. Yeah, so my students are really excited now every time when they have classes with me. And this one is from the tutors, the Funclass tutors. So this tutor said the ability to use interactive lessons really skyrocketed the students' engagement in the class. The gamification aspect hasn't been really exploited yet with online education, but Funclass takes full advantage of it right here. So that's what I said. Funclass, one of the biggest differentials is really the gamified virtual classroom to make the lesson more engaging and fun. You're really missing out if you're not doing the same old thing with Zoom, Google Meet, etc. And when it comes to the stability of Funclass, this tutor, John, also said Funclass isn't just a platform, it's a peace of mind. So he's been working as a tutor for 25 years and finding a platform that just works, no crashes, no student getting kicked out, no unnecessary headaches, feels like finding a unicorn. But this unicorn delivers is stable enough to keep your day running smoothly. So Funclass has, as I said, global servers, including China. So if you're having students in China, that's not a problem at all. And lastly, Chen Meng also said she's loving using Funclass. It's a game changer, and she's been waiting for years. So these are some of the testimonials and real genuine screenshots from the Funclass tutors. And finally, I also want to share with everyone some of the parent testimonial. So for example, this parent said, my daughter loves Funclass. She's so excited every time when she has class to Funclass. I see that she has been more focused in class now. And her daughter is excited to participate. The progress reports give her insight into how well she is doing. It's a fantastic tool for parents and the kids alike. So this is the impact of using Funclass, as you see how the tutors, students, and the parents all love it.
Yay. Yeah, it is such amazing impact. And we're so lucky to hear from some of the tutors, both positives and points to work on. And one of the ones that hits home for me is when they do present something to work on and then message back shortly thereafter to say, I can't believe how quickly, that was fixed or my idea was implemented. It's just amazing. So Barbara actually asked a second follow-up question about the pets. Do they continue to grow as the lesson continues, or does it start from the beginning with each lesson? Do you want to explain?
Yeah. So the pet grows continuously as the student takes more lessons. So it doesn't start from scratch with every new lesson. So that's why it's kind of like a cumulative learning journey with the student, right? So the pet growth can also be represented the student's learning progress, because while the pet is growing, the student's ability is also growing. Only when the student shows some learning efforts or progress, then the teacher can give them rewards. So it is actually a very visual representation of the student's progress.
Right. Love it. And Missy asks, is there a way to load a link for parents, for students to prepare, like upload to Funclass the homework?
Yeah, I would love more clarification by that question, Missy Hickey, if you
can. I think what she means is like a lesson link or a YouTube link, something within the homework or maybe the
right
feature that they can then do or watch outside class.
Exactly. So that's the homework feature. So you can basically share any link with the students using our homework feature. You can send links or files, documents, etc. for the students to prepare in advance. And then when it comes to a lesson link, okay, so here's the thing. Funclass doesn't need link every time for the lesson, because when the student joins Funclass, they will create a dedicated student portal. Okay, and the students can directly join every single lesson from there. It's not like Zoom or Google Meet. You need to send a link every time before the lesson, right? Which might be a little bit annoying. Sometimes you're having lessons without break, so it can be very annoying. But for Funclass, the students have their own portal to sign in, and then they can directly join from there. I actually have
incidentally is free. Sorry to interrupt, Jan. Just to say, it doesn't cost the student anything.
Exactly. Yeah, it's totally free for students. So this is a student's portal to give everyone like a better sense how it looks like. As you see with the students, they can sign into their portal and then they can directly join class from here. Just one click button, they're in the lesson. Yeah, so you don't need to send a link every time. I've heard from a lot of Funclass tutors saying that how that kind of facilitates their tutoring a lot since they're having lessons like continuously without any break. So
and again, it's about streamlining the teacher's time. We don't need to spend countless hours outside contact time, unpaid, doing all these menial admin tasks. That's one of the homework function is one of my favorite things about Funclass, actually, because literally you upload it once, it's in the student's portal for them to deal with. They can download it or do it online, send it back, and then it's ready back to me to grade before the next lesson. I can set a due date for it. I get a notification when the student has uploaded their completed homework. Like, it just makes my life so easy. So great. Okay, cool. So let's talk about one of the most crucial points for online teachers, the price point. How does it compare to Zoom and other competitors?
Yeah. So at this point, I don't know how everyone feels about how much we might charge. So the good news is that we want to make it very affordable to tutors. So on the left-hand side, this is the accumulative fee. Okay, if you count maybe the tools that most people are using, like Zoom, Tutorbird, which is for the management side, and then Kahoot, which is a quiz tool, that might cost you almost £400 per year. But for Funclass subscription, we provide two types for independent tutors. So if you are a starter tutor, you don't have a lot of students, okay? So you can sign up to our Funclass starter plan, which is around £10 per month. Or if you sign up to an annual subscription, that is £96 per year. So that is actually cheaper than Zoom. And we provide way more functions than Zoom and even cheaper.
Way more. And I will say for Crystal Clear ESL teachers, because there's unlimited co-browser, there probably would be the upgrade. So talk to us about the Funclass Pro plan.
Yeah, so for the Pro plan, it's unlimited access to Funclass features. You can onboard as many students as you want. And also, right now, the storage is unlimited. Yeah, so you can upload as many things as you want. And we also have cloud recording. That means you don't need to download the recording, upload it to the students, send the link, etc. Once you record a lesson, the students can directly watch it on their portal. So there's no upload, no download needed.
Okay.
And then, yeah, no sharing. And also unlimited access to our co-browser. Yeah, unlimited time usage of the co-browser. And that costs you this amount of payment every month or every year. Okay, and if anyone here has an academy, so you have like a team of tutors, then it will be usage-based pricing. Yeah, so we don't charge per head, we charge based on the hours all of the tutors consume. So that's another different topic, but for, I think, everyone here mostly, yeah, you are independent tutors, so maybe the first two pricing plans will be most applicable.
Perfect. And I'm really excited to say that Crystal Clear ESL tutors have an exclusive discount code. Yes, it's CC ESL 15 for 15% off your first payment. So, you know, you're more than welcome to sign up for the month to month and get 15% off that first month. But if you're as sort of financially driven as me and frugal, I would go for the annual pass and get 15% off the whole year. So there's that. And then the other big announcement, what is happening very soon to the free trial period, Jan?
So yeah, as we are adding much more features, we are going to shorten the free trial from 1 month to 2 weeks. So that free trial change will happen on the 15th of January. Yeah, so if anyone signs up before that, you can still enjoy the 1 month free trial and also the 15% discount using the code, as Crystal just mentioned. But after that, yeah, we will shorten the free trial period and no more discount.
It's a double benefit. Exactly. Now, lastly, Jan has just mentioned about new features. So if you're here watching this live demo, you are the first to hear some really exciting news. Jan, talk to us about what is coming up next week.
Oh, yeah. So next week, we are going to release our new Academy product, which has way much more powerful features for academies, including, yeah, actually I have some screenshots here. The tutor student management. So no longer you need to use spreadsheets. Say goodbye to spreadsheet, and it can automate a lot of admin tasks for you, including generating invoice, payment system, payroll, etc. So all of these payment related tasks, Funclass can help you automate it. And with that feature release for Academy product, yeah, it will also be applied to our independent tutor accounts, which we just mentioned previously. Yeah, we will integrate with Stripe payment and also other alternatives in order to make it accessible for any tutors in the world. And then for the lesson history, yeah, for Academy owners, you can directly see the lesson learning dashboard, the analytics, and also view every student reviews, teacher feedback recording, just to give you the transparency of your academy, what is happening. And you will have a very clear calendar bird view to see all of the lessons happening in your academy. So this is something we're going to release next week together. Yeah, in the future, we're going to release invoicing, payroll, Stripe payment, collection, etc. All of these admin management tools to streamline tutoring.
So exciting. I think that will call for a follow-up demo all about the admin portal and any features that are also newly available to the starter and pro plans too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So do continue to drop your questions and comments into the feed here for this video. We will get notifications and be able to answer them. Reach out to Jan. What is the best way to reach you, Jan, if they have suggestions or questions?
So everyone can reach out to me through LinkedIn. How can I pop up my LinkedIn in the chat? I can also pop up the sign up link in the chat. It's in the private chat. I don't know whether everyone can see it. in the Preppy chat, I pop out the pricing link and also my LinkedIn account. I'm going to share with everyone just in a moment. There you go. So feel free to send me any questions if you have, and yeah, we can go from there.
Or there's also the contact form on the website if, for example, you don't
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Yan, and for everybody watching and engaging. It's been so fun and eye-opening and exciting. I'm sure that this community agrees that this is a really momentous partnership and great things are ahead. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely day.
Soon.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.